Big round of applause for Matt Mead. Yes! Thank you.
Right on. Well, you are here. Clearly, there is no doubt. You put the address into your nav system, you got turn-by-turn directions, and at some point your phone said, you have arrived. But here you are. Just because you're here doesn't mean that you're present. Completely here, actively involved, totally present. Not thinking of a story that you can tell after this one that might top the one that I'm telling right now. Not wondering if you remembered to set the alarm or feed the cat or take the baby off the bus. Not checking out what your latest likes are on your Facebook page. Not speeding ahead to an anticipated conclusion to the story just based on where all this is leading. All of those are examples of not being present. And I know because I have long, pointless stories that bore the shit out of people. And I can see it in your eyes when you've left the building. The interviewer, good Lord, my brain just went, poof. I'm back now though. Charlie Rose interviewed Bill Murray and he asked him, what is it that you want that you do not have? And Bill Murray said, I would like to be totally present, more consistently here. What he meant was completely involved in life, totally present right here. He wanted to know what he could accomplish if he were fully present at all times. That's a wonderful, wonderful concept. You should look that up, but not right now. Right now, stay here with me. To be completely present in life, to be totally here, endless, countless websites, life coaches, engagement experts, and touchy-feely hipsters with ponytails will give you lists of things that'll help you out. 4 things this monk does to keep himself happy. 6 reasons you're unhappy. Number 3 will make your children cry. In the end, it's up to you. Your job to decide how present you will be, how engaged you will be in the moment that's happening right now. To keep yourself on the edge of your seat, inviting discovery, inviting surprise, reveling in this moment, making it happen right fucking now. And again, now, and now again, and all the little nows that are happening in between now. So stay with me right now and for all the nows that happen after this. I wanted to be an engineer when I was growing up because when engineers graduate from college, they get great jobs with great salaries. Clearly, I was not in the moment when I made that decision. However, I went to Purdue University and started the engineering curriculum. I hated it. Fucking, it sucked. Changed my major, but not before attending Engineering 100, the most basic engineering class available. They brought in engineers from the field to tell us what they did for a living. What does a mechanical engineer do? What does an industrial engineer do? How come we can't get cool hats like the engineers on the trains? Engineering 100 was a class based on attendance. Pass, fail, met at 7 a.m. once a week. I failed. I got to 1 class. Present for that one, but never actually there. The speaker was an aeronautical engineer from the Navy, stationed on an aircraft carrier during World War II. This is before the digital age, so he had no computers to help him. He had drawings of the plane bodies. And what would happen would be the aircraft would take off from the deck of the plane, fly back and land after their attack. He and his other engineers would take their drawings down onto the deck and make X's on the drawings where there were bullet holes in the plane bodies. Over the course of time, they'd collect all these bodies, these drawings. They would overlay them. They'd have groupings of bullet holes in the plane bodies. When they got these groupings together, they would go back to their design boards and they would reinforce the planes in the places where the bullet holes were not. Because planes shot in those areas could fly back and land on the deck successfully. Logically, the planes shot in the other areas never made it back to the deck. I use the lesson from that story every day in my life. Reinforce your planes in the places where the bullet holes are not. Some of you anticipated the end of that story. Some of you got ahead of me and thought to yourselves, of course, you know, they go back and reinforce the planes in the places where the bullet holes are. You bastards, you don't know shit. Some of you might have even been disappointed in me for setting up such a dull and boring story with an obvious conclusion. Well, You bored you, sorry. Others of you might have even pulled yourself so far out of the moment that you were imagining in your head how you would tell this story and tell it better than me. I would have used nudity and explosions. Well, that means you were not here for that part of the story. You were not present, but you were here. Now, the end of the story brought you back to being present, and we are here now. Challenge yourself to be totally present, to be completely engaged. Bask in the beauty of surprise. Allow yourself to give yourself freely to all of your friends. Be here for everybody at every moment. And please reinforce your planes in the places where the bullet holes are not.